doesn't shed. You know, the kind of dog I want, probably nobody gives up. They don't need to be rescued. But anyway, whoops.
My daughter has a golden doodle, and then after my husband passed, my kids, grandkids, and daughters' family said, "Oh, Nana, now you can get a dog to keep you company." And I'm like, "Oh, but they cost so much." But I love their little golden doodle. I'll go up there and take her for a walk. She's
Yeah.
such a cutie.
Yeah. All right. Well, Marianne, you're here, so we're excited to have you hop on. And Marianne, I would like
Yeah, I'm
you,
trying.
go ahead.
No, so I was trying to not have to use my ear pods, but I guess I'm going to have to.
Okay. Well, I want you to meet Glenda up in the on my screen. She's up in the left corner, but Glenda is one of my new consultants. Hasn't been able to get on regularly because she has worked nights forever and ever. As well, you tell us, Glenda. Tell everybody who you are, where you're at.
Medical, yeah, I'm a medical lab technician. I've done it for like 29 years, I think. And when I moved up here, I started working the night shift, which is 7P to 7A. And so I am now retired and I no longer work the night shift. So,
Good for you.
yay.
We're so excited. So,
So nice to
Stacy,
meet you.
yes, and
Me
Stacy,
too.
did I interrupt you? Did you get to tell her where you're at and everything?
Oh
Oh,
no,
it's fine. Go ahead.
Did we finish, Stacia?
I think so.
Okay, it's like, all
Yeah,
right, too
I
many
think
things going
so.
on in my brain. All right, Mary Ann, I'll let you introduce yourself.
I'm Marianne Lamastus, and I live in Louisville, Kentucky. And I've been selling Mary Kay for 23 years.
All right. So we've got longevity here, so that's exciting. All right, Lisa, um, are you still working on some things? Oh, can't hear you. You are muted.
There we go. I'm here.
Okay, and I love your hat. You gotta hold that closer to the camera so they can all
Okay.
Oh,
see that hat.
cool. I like that
Oh,
hat
whoop.
too.
Oops, wait a
Uh-oh,
minute.
now
We
she's
lost
gone.
you. Yeah,
That better?
yeah. Now she can see it. There we
Wow,
go.
that's a nice hat.
Um,
Thanks.
Very
the
cool.
there was a vendor. There's a Kip's caps, Kip's caps, and
Okay.
that is National Sales Director Copeland, uh,
Kimberly Copeland.
Kimberly Copeland. It's her sister-in-law who owns Kip's caps, and so anyway, cute. I've got a couple of her caps, and they're cute as can be.
KIPS.
KIPS. She's on Facebook. I don't know that she
Okay.
has a website, but you can find Kips Caps. And Caps,
Okay.
I think, is with a K also.
Oh, okay.
And it's like
Mm.
the traveling pants, but it's kind of the traveling cat. I don't know. I don't know. She's got a cute little website, but she shows so many of her hats and stuff. And probably Lisa's hat is pictured there way back when she got it. Anyway, but they're just fun caps, and she's got all the Mary Kay stuff and all the glam and all that kind of stuff. All right, so number one on announcements tonight at midnight. What happens?
PCP.
PCP.
That's the end of PCP. Probably every one of you have PCP already finished and everyone's enrolled, right? Okay, so we won't even talk about that anymore. And this is for my girls, because I haven't discussed this with Judy at all, but I have a buzz kit and I sent you out an email today. Well, I sent the text also, but it didn't come with pictures, did it? It came with links to look at the pictures, I believe. So I sent the email too, so you'd have the pictures without being scared to click on a link. But you can see what you get on the Buzz Kit if your orders are a certain level at the end of the month. So I think it's $225, and you'll get a lookbook with a sample in it. But I send that to all my unit members. So But at the 300, I think it's 300 is the next level on that. And then 600 and 700 and so on, you get more goodies in that buzz kit. All right, fall advance. And this, you girls that live, want to travel, come to the Kansas City Fall Retreat because it is so incredibly good. Lisa's registered, I'm registered, Glenda's registered. We've got some other girls in our unit, I think, that are planning to register, so it should be really fun. But
what is the date for that?
Well, let me see if I can pull up the flyer on that. Or let me look in my phone. I sent out a deal. I will send you all the information if you're interested. And
I am interested.
Okay, I will send that. Let me just share my screen then, and I'll show you because it's put on by Jill Davis, National Sales Director Jill Davis, and the guests are going to be okay, so here we go. I got too many things going on here. Let me find it in the media. All right, so fall advance, October 9th and 10th. So it's a Friday and a Saturday. It's in Lenexa, Kansas. You could just fly right into Kansas City. Or you can drive across the state of Kansas. But Lenexa is part of Kansas City. And it's $79. But Lindsay Kramer, do you guys know who she is? She was the one that spoke last month on the 300 by the 15th. She was so good. Well, she's going to be her and let me see. Do I have the other one? Real talk? Nope. Okay, I don't have the full thing. Lindsay and her national, Brittany Jinks, young girls. They're young. And but Lindsay Kramer was so good. Now, the other thing I want to share, and maybe some of you did it. I know that Lisa qualified for this, but the Power 300 is what they're calling it this year. If you do 300 wholesale by the 15th, you get invited to this call this month, and it's tomorrow night. Linda Tupin is going to be the speaker. Now, we all know and love Linda Tupin. And so here's the time.
I did it, so I don't know if Judy hasn't said it. She said something
Well,
about it a long time ago, but she hasn't sent a link.
She doesn't somehow, she doesn't go to Voxer. Voxer is where they send us the invitation that we give to you guys. So she always asks me to send it so that she can forward it to you guys. So just so you know, and if you qualified,
I did.
300 or more, then make sure you can ask me for the link. But here's your times. It's 8 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. Central time. It's going to be live on Zoom, and I will send you the Zoom information. Now, as I was looking at this, they've got something new here. Well, if you do a 600 by the 15th, you're in a drawing for cash. So Lisa is in that drawing for cash.
I didn't know
I had
that.
not seen this before. Star bonus. It says earn your quarterly star and get entered into additional cash drawings. This is new for this year, and I didn't even notice it until today. So I need to find out how that happens. So now, Star Consultant's not over until September 15th. But if you're a star September 15th, next month, and you do by the 15th, 300 by the 15th, then you will obviously, looks like you're going to get additional entries for money. And if you do 600 by the 15th of September, so this would be from September 1 to the 15th, because it's too late now to qualify for this. It ended a couple of days ago. But if you're thinking next next month, then if you're a star consultant, you must have some additional entries. Okay, any questions on that? Linda Tupin will be fabulous tomorrow night. All right, the next thing is, well, we just talked about it, star consultant by the 15th. I got to figure out how to stop this show here. There we go. So is there anybody that's already a star, close to being a star, wondering what a star is?
I might
Okay.
be close to a star.
Okay.
I have to look again, but I think I'm close to the star.
How many of you have left up that screen that pops up every time you go on to InTouch and it tells you how far away you are from your star? Lisa,
I don't.
Lisa is the one that taught me about that thing. I saw those things in my way. They were in my way, so X them out, and I didn't read them. And then you can even say, "Don't show me this again," and that's what I've done. Well, Lisa made the comment to me, "Oh, I like that because it tells me how close I am to star consultant." I'm going, "It does?" So now I leave it up so I know how close I am to star, and it'll tell you if you're a sapphire, how much closer you are to ruby, and so forth. So anyway, it maybe is a good thing to have those little flash screens. I found them annoying, and so I would get X them out. Okay. And if you've been on InTouch today, in the news, they have something that talks about a new chapter for Mary Kay begins this fall. Did anybody see that in the news on InTouch? Did it make you wonder, Stacia, what it was all about? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, at seminar, they had an entire speech about it. Dr. Gilday, I think that's her name, who was the chief scientific officer. She's like PhD in chemistry or whatever, and she was the one that, did all of our products, and she was ahead of all the new innovations in our product. Well, now her role has expanded, and she's now like our brand and stuff, as well as the products. Well, the speech that she gave at seminar is on that link. So if you click on it and scroll down, you'll see that speech she gave. Now, did she tell us what she's talking about? No, we don't know what she's talking about, but it sure sounded exciting. And some of the statistics and things she gave makes me very curious what this is. And I can't wait to find out. And I'm going, okay, fall. Would that be September 1? Is September fall? Is it October? When do we have to wait for this? I'm hoping it's September 1 that we get some news on it. I don't know.
I
They sure
just
didn't
looked.
tell us at seminar.
I just looked it up, Donna, and I need $522.50 to become a star.
Well, you will have that done before September 15th, right?
Yeah, I sure will.
Yes. Okay, that's awesome. All right. So that's basically our announcements. I want us to go into, we have 3 of us here that were at seminar. So who wants to go first, Lisa or Marianne? Lisa, go for it. Okay. Quick on the draw. Oh, before you do that, I sent everybody that went to seminar a little packet of things that they could print out, and it had the times of this and that and stuff, and just kind of helpful little hints. Well, inside that packet was a scavenger hunt. And I want you to know, Lisa did that scavenger hunt. Oh, Marianne, you look sad. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
I didn't read it well enough to see there was a scavenger hunt.
Well, Lisa did, and Lisa was snapping pictures. It was selfies. So, Lisa, unmute yourself. Go ahead and talk about your scavenger hunt, and then go ahead and share something about seminar.
Okay, well, I'm kind of competitive, so I like contests. And so I was like, and it's fun taking pictures. They're good memories. So it was things like, take a picture with a new friend, take a picture with one of the speakers, take a picture with a DIQ, take a picture with somebody with the Queen's jewelry on, um, out and about in Fort Worth, with the Cadillac and different things like that. So we dressed up for awards night. So it was really fun little challenges. And there were 14 total, and I got 12 out of 14, which was, it was challenging. One of the ones I had to get some bravery on was the speaker, but that was one of my funnest ones. And anyway, I went up to her afterwards and I just said, I really enjoyed, your speech, and I got this and this out of it. And I said, can I take a picture with you? She's like, sure. Well, anyway, the last day I ended up running into her in Starbucks, and she recognized me and we talked again. So that was really fun. And I wouldn't have done that without the scavenger hunt. So
Good for
Good
um,
you.
for you, Lisa.
thank you. I'll share for Shelley Keller first. And she
Okay.
was, she's a new consultant, and it was her first seminar. And basically what she, and it's on my phone what all she wrote, but um, basically, let me see if I can get it on my computer so I could actually read what she said, but I remember it. Yeah, it's not on there. Sometimes my computer info doesn't transfer. She basically said what she loved about it was being around all the girls, hearing the inspirational speeches, and seeing that um there were different levels, but no matter what the person's level was, she felt very welcome and included, and kind of like, I can do this, like I belong here. And so she really got the community part of it. And she feels like it's such a great company. She was very inspired. And again, she just liked the fact that, even though she didn't get any awards, she said she felt just as welcome and just as important and valued. So I thought that was really good.
That's excellent. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It was so fun to get to spend time with her and sit together and it was great. So go ahead, Lisa, with your takeaways.
Okay. So I'll go as quick as possible, but a couple I wanted to share. One of them was about systems. And I know we all have our different systems, and we know how important it is to have systems in place just because it helps to stay organized, it helps things go smoother. But one of the speakers talked about how she has a monthly manila envelope. And on one side, she's got all a list of all of the facials that she's done, all the faces she's seen. On the other side of the manila envelope, she lists all of her bookings for that month. And on the inside, she puts all of her sales tickets. So she's got, in one manila envelope, she's got faces I've seen, bookings to come, and she'll check them off as she books, and all the sales tickets are in there. And for me, that was just really helpful because I've tried some different systems, but I like the idea of it, all of that in one spot. And you just file it in the month. So
And
that was one.
you could just to add to that, you could put all of your invoices in there too. You could put
That's
your
what I think she did.
packing slips. So everything that's going to be for taxes could go in there as well as your tickets.
Yes. So that was one. And then another one was talking about, with our customers and creating connections. And so there was an acronym for TRUST, TRUST. T, take time. R, relate to them. U, unleash their, and I couldn't read my writing, but I think it was like unleash their potential. S was seek to understand, and T was to treat others the way you want to be treated. So just like building trust. And one of the examples she gave was, whether we like it or not, social media is a thing. It's a way to connect with people. And so like engage with them on social media, check out what their posts are. And this could be your team members, or it can be your customers or potential customers, but engage a little bit on their posts. And then also, um, when you post on social media, do it to make an impact, not to impress. Don't worry about being perfect, but do something that will be impactful. It doesn't have to be impressive. You don't have to be this, and we have on InTouch, we have the social media hub that's very helpful. But on that note, she did touch a little bit on, and we've heard it here in our group before, on time blocking. And so if you're not really a social media person, just encouraging you to block out, 15 minutes a day, or, one day you could do 30 minutes or whatever, but just block out some time and make it a point to get on social media and connect with people, because it's just a tool that we have out there that's really great. And she also said, I didn't know this, but hashtags are a thing of the past. They're just not making a difference anymore. And so they're kind of going out the window. And that was something I did not know.
I didn't either.
So that was my most. And just enjoy the journey, like wherever you are at in the journey of Mary Kay. Some of you said you've been in for 34 years, and I've got someone that's been in for 5 months, but just respect where you're at that time and really enjoy the journey. You don't have to compare yourself to somebody else. It just has to be, fit for you. And so that's what I got out of it. And I was very thankful for the support. Thank you for the peace, Lily, everyone. And also Jenny Halstenberg, who's not on the meeting tonight, but it was fun because it was both of our first time on stage. And I didn't know I was going to get the butterflies I did. And you're moving through this big line, and everybody was kind of going in pairs. And once you get to the place where you've got to go through these, they kind of have aisles with curtains. And then the next thing you know, you're backstage, and the people are there with the microphones, and they're like, get excited, ladies. They got music playing, and they're like, yay, congratulations. And then they say you're up. And so it was really nice to do it with Jenny, because we were arm in arm. We had the butterflies together, but we walked together and gave our waves. And I was just really thankful that she got to do that with me.
That's
That's
great.
nice.
And this was Lisa's first time on the big seminar stage. I don't believe it's going to be the last time.
No.
And, when you have never been on that stage, you don't know what happens back there. And I remember the first time I was scared to death to do it, but I loved the organization behind the scenes to get all those people on stage doing what they do as they do it. So it is, if you've never been on stage, it's worth it to do whatever you have to do to get on stage, even to see the behind the scenes stuff. So it was so exciting to see you, Lisa, and proud of you. Um, Marianne, you also were on the stage, weren't you? So do you want to tell
Yes.
us about your experience? Had
Oh,
you
I
been
thought
on
it was
stage before?
yeah, I had been on the stage several years ago when I made Princess Court, and
Okay.
they allowed us to go on stage that year. This year, Princess Court just stood up. I think they didn't have it for on stage, but it was kind of nice to do it again because I'd forgotten how much fun it is just to run across the stage, and all the people in the back are really excited to be there. And I took a selfie. I don't normally do that with all of the people back there just because it was so fun. And you could see the stage, you could see the arena as you were coming out, and before you came out when you were back there. So that was fun to see it from behind the scenes, like you said. So
All right. So go ahead and share your takeaways from seminar.
I got so much, but it seems like it's so much of the same things that you teach us and we hear all the time. It's just that you hear it all again in a different way, and you hear it all together. Um, One of the things that really set with me, and it was probably because one of the things they tell you to write down what you want to get out of seminar, and I seem to get a lot of encouraging words from those two things. And one of them was in team building, and the other one is in belief, because I've lost a lot of belief in myself. And so hearing them say, you just inch by inch, and what were the words? Inch by inch
It's
um,
a cinch.
is a cinch, yard by yard.
It's hard.
It's hard. And so I was like, okay, I've been the caterpillar for a long time. So maybe I can finally reach that butterfly. But and to quit, and Judy has told me all the time to stop. Uh, I was on another meeting before, and my notes are all messed up here now because I was writing down other people's things that they were saying. Um, but I need to quit. I need to stop making the decision for them. That I need to just share to everybody, and stop the limiting belief. That was the big thing I kept hearing is my limiting beliefs are stopping me, and you need to, even though you're supposed to write down that 6 important thing list and do your weekly accomplishment sheet, you it becomes repetitious to me. It's like the week, you just kind of keep turning it over, and I need to stop doing that. I need to start having more intention on what I put on that list to try to actually do the list. And so that all comes back to belief in myself again. And so that's I heard a lot of things about getting the belief back. And so that was good for me. And one of the little tips that I got that I thought was really cool was that they talk about relationships, and we all know that we have to have a relationship with our customers. But one of the ladies takes, and she calls them gifts, but she'll put like a sample in a little goodie bag. And when she's in the area of one of her customers, even though they haven't placed an order, she stops by and drops off a gift to them. And she
Oh.
said that it was amazing how people really enjoyed getting those little gifts. So I'm going to start doing that. I think that's really fun. And when somebody pops in your head, you could just either drop it off at their house or mail it to them. And I thought that was a neat idea. Um, and just getting the training from Donna was enough to go. I mean, she trained us too while she was there with little hints and things. And we had Judy's that got a Cadillac unit, so we went to the special luncheon, and we happened to sit with Jana's unit. And Jana's unit was so much fun, and she made sure that we were sharing about other things and not just eating. And so Peggy, I don't know if she's on yet tonight. Peggy talked most of the lunchtime about when she met Mary Kay, and bringing us back to the roots. So that was fun too.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Um,
So
oh, go ahead. Go
no,
ahead.
I was going to say, what do you want me to talk about, Donna? Because I've
Just
got some.
whatever. Do you have a few more things?
Well, one of the things that I have a star by was action creates evidence. Evidence creates self-confidence, and self-confidence gives you a stronger belief, and it makes you leads you to bigger action. And it goes back to that 20 seconds of extra courage. If you just take the courage to do something different and step out of your comfort zone.
Have you ever thought about if you worked a job, you were
As I
hired,
do.
okay, and you're working a job and you have to pick up the phone and call people and tell them about the company, or would you be interested in this service that we offer or that service? If that was your job, would you be as intimidated as you think you are to pick up the phone and ask somebody about the services you offer as a Mary Kay consultant? Can you see a difference in the two things?
Yeah. Although
And
I work in
so,
a law office, so I'm not doing that.
yeah, but let's say, I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to everybody. I'm going to put this back on gallery so I see you all at once. But do you know what I'm talking about? If you had a job where you had to cold call people you didn't know, and talk about, let's say you worked in Blue Cross Blue Shield, and you had to pick up the phone and call people and tell them about a new insurance that they could get. Would that scare the bejeebies out of you, or would it just be, it's part of the job, I have to do it?
Part of the job, I have to do it.
Okay. So if you had to pick up the phone and call somebody and say, would you like to would you like to get together and let me show you this product that we have to wash your face? Is that different than picking it up and talking about this new insurance?
And the other thing is that I think about is even if you get a no, you still planted a seed, and that person is still likely to think, maybe I should have tried that, or they might think about it later. So you never know, and you don't want to burn that bridge or anything. You just respect their no and move on. But I think of that too.
I think it's when we think that when they're doing something to help us. And so that's why we're intimidated, because we're asking a favor, and our mothers told us it's not nice to ask. Did they ever tell you? I was told it's not polite to ask for a cookie. Even though you see all those cookies on the counter, no, it's not nice to ask. And I think that kind of mentality is still there when we're asking something for us. So but if I worked for the insurance company, I would just call them and they don't want it. So I go on to the next one. I have to call 15 people or 300 or whatever. And it's just part of the job. If we could switch our brains to we are offering a service to that person, it's not for me, it's for you. We're offering something valuable that you need, a service. And then it's not nearly as intimidating. And like Lisa said, you know, um, if you get a no, you've planted a seed. And then I'm not sure who it was. Maybe it was I listened to Waverly's, I think it was Waverly's speech. Did Marianne, were you
It
there
was
long enough to hear
it
it?
was no, I got the recording. Did
Yeah,
you
I
get the
did too.
recording?
Yes, I
But
listened
but
to
she's the one that talked about planting the seeds.
planting the seeds. And all when you plant the seed in the ground, it's dark and you don't see anything happening. But yeah, that it's all those roots that are going out and everything. The seed that basically has to die as a seed before it grows. And so it may take a long time for it to sprout and to grow and to go, but it's something is happening all the time. So every time we ask somebody, and if we get a no, we are still strengthening ourselves, as well as planting that seed that might sprout some other time. So um, that's one of the things that I took away. Another thing, this one of these directors called it washing faces. That's what we do. We wash faces. I had never heard that terminology. And so in their unit, they see how many faces they can wash this week. How many faces can we wash this month? And that's their challenge. And maybe the term, I'd like to give you a facial. I've had people say, what does that mean? Are you going to put cucumbers on my eyes and wrap towels around my face? They don't have a clue. Now, this was, you guys remember, I've been in 48 years. That was way back when, that people had no clue what I was talking about when I used that terminology. So you kind of had to explain it. But maybe we do need some sort of a fun little thing. Another one, class I was in said to go in your group and go live in your customer group. Do you all have a customer group?
I
Yes, no, a
gotta
Facebook.
I
Okay.
did. It's so old. I need to start one
You
again.
know, do you know how to revive an old group? Go live in it. It will live videos, which I'm terrible at doing. Lisa is a master at it. I'm terrible at it. but I know how to do it. I know how to go live. I just don't do it, but I'm going to start because she challenged us to go live in our group. She made the commitment to do it once a day for 30 days. And she told them, she goes, okay, I've got this challenge. I have to go live in here. I'll probably make a fool of myself. And I'm just, who knows? Okay, so the first one, I'm putting on lipstick. Okay, and my color is, and she named the color, and that was her live. So it wasn't like this planned thing. She said, they just want to see your life. Okay, I'm walking the dog. Okay, I'm cooking supper. Right, here's my life for today. I'm stirring up goulash. You know, it doesn't, they know it's a challenge. So they're going to look for the fun little things that you're doing. So my challenge to you guys is to she said, you don't have to do 30 days like I did. You can do 5, you can do 1 a week, but you tell them that you're doing this and they can hold you accountable to doing it. But that will revive your group. Lives is what make Facebook loves. And that will bring those people that might be, they don't even know you have a group anymore, but they're still in there. They're in there. They just, Facebook, because there's no activity in that group, they just ignore it. So that's one thing. And, okay, so, and one of the things that I took very few notes this year because I get home and I can't read them anyway, and I miss things. So I tried something new. I recorded them with my voice memo on um, my phone. We all have probably voice memos, and I recorded it. And then I took the transcript because it'll also transcribe it. I took this transcript up to Chat GPT. And so I came home and I got wonderful. It just took it in a matter of seconds. It pulled out all the notes that were important. And it was like, oh my gosh, I was blown away. Well, I did that tonight with the Mary Kay Charitable Foundation. And I'm going to share that in just a minute. But Peggy Richmond went to seminar. Peggy, I don't know if she can hear me. But Peggy, if you got some takeaways from, oh, wait, okay. I'm gonna keep talking until she's ready. She's probably getting a $200 order. Who knows? I'll shut up because maybe whoever that is can hear. So we'll just, okay. So this is one of the things that I had chat. Look at that. Look how fancy that is.
Nice.
And it came just from me putting up the transcript of the speech. All right. So the Mary Kay Foundation, you know, Mary Kay's Charitable Foundation, they are celebrating 30 years. The Charitable Foundation started 30 years ago. And they have had more than $100 million donated to that thing. So at seminar, Jessica Barr, Mary Kay's great-granddaughter, shared, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but she shared some milestones. I loved these milestones because these are the pride points that we can share at facials and that sort of thing. So more than 100 million has been donated. And these dollars have helped provide hope, healing, safety, and second chances to millions of women and their families. We have 2 missions, one purpose, but 2 missions. The foundation focuses on 2 causes, and they are finding cures for cancers affecting women and helping end domestic violence. I'm sure you guys have known that for years. Now, Jessica reminded us why this work continues to matter, and that's because 1 in 3 women will face a cancer diagnosis in her lifetime. And they used to say, look to the person on your left, look to the person on your right. One of you 3 will have a cancer diagnosis. That's kind of scary. Okay. And then 1 in 4 women will experience domestic violence. And here's what they have accomplished with this $100 million. 300 plus cancer researchers have conducted groundbreaking research. 725,000 hours of cancer research. They've given 3,000 grants to domestic violence shelters across all 50 states. Through their partnership with Cancer Care, they've provided more than 50,000 financial assistance grants totaling 5.6 million to women facing cancer. And on their domestic violence education, they are and programs that they are addressing teen dating violence. Okay, so this is what the whole reason I went back to that and wanted to listen again, because they mentioned preventing cancer earlier. And here's what it was. One of the most exciting new initiatives is the foundation's multi-year commitment as a founding donor of the Baylor Scott and White Texas Cancer Interception Institute. The goal is not simply to develop better cancer treatments, but to find and intercept cancer before treatment may even be needed. Imagine a future where a simple blood test detects cancer before symptoms appear. Artificial intelligence helps identify cancer risks earlier. More women have access to life-saving screenings, and genetic counseling helps families understand and reduce their risk. So they're working toward a blood test that can tell the very early stages of cancer before anybody even knows that they have it. And then on domestic violence, they are again working with Love is Respect, the National Teen Dating Abuse Helpline, and to teach girls and young people through TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube how to recognize relationship red flags, understand what healthy relationships look like, and know where to turn for trusted help. So I was especially interested in that the blood tests, and that they are a founding donor of that research. So anyway, Peggy, you're back. And Peggy, first of all, I want you to meet Glenda up there. She's not been on before. And Julie also, we don't see Julie and she's muted, but if she's listening, you can unmute Julie if you're willing to and tell us yourself. But Glenda, I want you to unmute and introduce yourself to Peggy.
Hi, Peggy. I'm Galinda. I'm from Palco, Kansas, and I haven't been on Monday nights because I work nights as a medical lab technician. But I am now retired, so I plan on being on Monday nights now.
Wonderful. Nice to meet you, Julie.
You
Okay,
too.
and Julie, hi Julie, it's good to see you. And
Hi.
and Julie, would you introduce yourself to everybody? And then because you may not have met these other gals, they're all going to tell you who they are too.
Okay, I'm Julie. I'm from Hayes, Kansas, and I just started doing this a couple of months ago. I haven't really done it, but I try to make it on the Monday nights and at least gain as much knowledge as I can to be able to move whatever I find the opportunity and time for that.
Awesome. Awesome, Julie. Okay. Stacia, tell her where you're from.
Hi, Julie. My name is Stacia Martin, and I am from Highlands Ranch, Colorado, a suburb of Denver. And I don't know what else. I've been in Mary Kay a really long time.
Okay, Marianne. Oh, she's still muted. There, you're muted, Marianne. And you girls, there's a small enough group. You don't have to mute yourself all the time unless we have background noise. So
We might want to start these introductions up in a little bit. Peggy says she's got a major storm going on. So if you want to hear
okay.
from Peggy, you might want her to go now.
Okay, Peggy, you're on.
I'm not sure what I'm doing. Peggy
Just tell us
Richmond.
your takeaways from the seminar.
Oh, okay. I loved Waverly. I still forget her last name. Tell me again what it is.
Wismer.
Wismer, Waverly Wismer, who was our queen of whatever, #1 director. And just everything that she said, one thing that keeps coming back, it was nothing spectacular, but it's just consistency. Just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. Don't stop. Don't quit. Consistency. And that is going, I can't procrastinate anymore because I don't have any more time left. I got to do it if I'm going to do it, I got to do it now, and I have to be consistent with it. And of course, I didn't get to hear her speech, but then someone sent it to me, and it was the same thing. And I can't remember it all right now. I don't even have my notes in front of me. And anyway, I'm in Tennessee. We have a major storm going on, and so I love you, and
Well,
just stay in there, baby. Lisa,
all right. We appreciate
Lisa,
you.
hang in
Well,
there. I saw where you said what you said, and uh, we're with you. We're behind you, and I know that all my sisters that's in Mary Kay, all of us, just build each other up. Uh,
yeah, yeah. Well, it was so
Thank
fun.
you.
It was so fun being with all of you that were there at seminar. We are running out of time, so we're just going to close up. And last time, Lisa introduced a 10-minute challenge. Lisa, go ahead.
Sorry, I'll make it quick, but when you talked about the Mary Kay Ash Foundation, I just wanted to say that's something I've been really passionate about, and I want to be an ambassador. And so last year I formed a team for the Mary Kay 5K, which should be coming up pretty soon. And each of you, of course, can make your own team or do your own thing. But if you want to be part of my team, I would love to have all of you. I can't
Send
remember how many I had, but
send it to me, Lisa. I'll join your team. Yeah.
okay, great. And what's nice, ladies, is we don't have to do it you don't even have to do it the same day of the race. You can, like Donna, she did it virtually and we were doing it virtually, but we, at kind of the same time. But you can do that 5K, that walk on your own time sometime that week and just take a selfie like you did it. It's on your honor system. But you can raise money or not raise money, but I really want to raise the bar this year and make a lot of money because it's such a great foundation and a great cause. So thank you. I'll get you linked up, Marianne.
All right. Awesome. Well, last week she introduced a 10-minute, what do you call it, Lisa? Come back and help me here.
Well, it's known as a power hour, but we could do a power 30 and we called it a power 10. So just 10 minutes.
All right, a power 10. And that's when you get off tonight, you have a challenge and spend 10 minutes doing it. And if you accomplish it or even part of it, go back into our chat group on Facebook, that messenger group, and tell us what you did. So I'm going to throw this out. Ask 5 people if they'll wash their face with you this week. Now, how do you do that? You could do it on the back of their hand. If you're at work, say, hey, I need to do 5 of these this week. We can do it on the back of the hand in the our bathroom at work. You could do a regular facial. You could do a virtual facial. If you ever want me to mail out samples to your people and then do it virtually, I'm really good at virtual facials, so I would be happy to do it if you're not quite sure. And after you've watched 2 or 3 or 4 of them, you'll be a whiz at it and you can do your own. There's all sorts of ways you could do that, but you just have to ask. And if they say, you can text this out and see if you get some results from it. Yes, no, maybe, tell me more, whatever, and then post in your thing. But it's early enough, you probably, no matter where you live, can probably do 5 of those before you go. Now, if you feel intimidated in doing that and just can't yet, ask 5 people if they will let you try our skincare. Then you could do what I heard another speaker say, and she will just send out texts, send out emails, pick up the phone and call, and not to talk Mary Kay, but just for the community, just to see how they're doing. And you could do that too. I'll give you choice of the 2. All right. So anybody else? Joyce.
I watched the seminar virtually, and I think it was Jenny Bessinger. I like how on her group, Marianne, you said yours is dead and need to revive it. On Fridays or Saturdays, she'll just have coffee with the ladies. She'll send out an invitation for coffee. So, and
And
they're
does
not
it virtually, right?
yeah, uh-huh.
It's on Zoom, I believe.
Yeah, Zoom. She said they didn't have to talk Mary Kay. I mean, she would say something, but then they just talked about family and life. I thought that was wonderful.
Mhm.
I'm starting that. Start coffee with Peggy on a Saturday morning. I've got to figure out a good time that will be good with but
I like that, Peggy.
saying I loved it.
You know, and you could even tell them to come as they are, bedhead and all, you know?
Yeah.
So, okay, anybody else have anything? PCP ends tonight. Fall Advance. I will post the information on Fall Advance in that Facebook Messenger group so you girls can have it. And I can't wait to find out what the company's what their big thing is. It's going to be in the fall. I'm hoping that's September 1, but who knows? All right. So
You
have a
gonna
great
send us the link for Linda, or do I need to go through Judy?
go through Judy because she will have me send it. But if you don't get it, let me know.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks.
All righty. Okay. See ya. Bye-bye.